everybody, my name is Jaclyn. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And in today's video, I will be reviewing the Terracotta 2019 line by GUERLAIN. I have a lot of products right here that we're gonna review, give you a full-on wear test throughout the day of the foundation stick and all these beautiful products right here. But before we get started, and if you're new here, please consider to subscribe to my channel, ring that little notification bell so you get to know whenever I upload new videos. Also follow me on Instagram, I would love to see you there. And now if you want to know more about these beautiful products by GUERLAIN, just keep on watching. So let's start with the application. The first thing I'm gonna go with, it's obviously the foundation by GUERLAIN. It's the Terracotta Skin Foundation Stick, and it comes in this box right here. And the shade that I got is Natural. And you can see it, it's on the top, the name. Now when you take it out of the box, it's a common stick foundation. It says Terracotta right here. Sorry, I put it upside down. Okay, Terracotta right here, and then on the other side it says GUERLAIN. There you go, GUERLAIN and Terracotta. Okay, now it's straight, right? And then it's just a common foundation stick. When you open it up, you will see it has a little protector, a plastic protector. And then on the top of the cap, you will see the GUERLAIN logo. So this foundation, I got it at Nordstrom. It comes in 6 different shades, which is a shame for GUERLAIN to only come out with 6 shades. And I'm sorry, I just have to be completely honest with you. Nowadays, you need to target different skin tones. I just, so sorry, but I just don't think that 6 will cut, you know. I think ideally for foundations, we should have a minimum of 30 shades. I think that's a sweet spot right there. If they can go over into the 40, that's ideal, but at least 30, that will cover a little bit more of different skin tones and undertones too. But it is what it is. We only have 6 different shades on this GUERLAIN foundation stick, and the shades are Fair, Light, Natural, Medium, Deep, and then Intense. This foundation weighs 11 grams or 0.3 ounces. Now I wanted to compare it to another foundation that I have that I really love, is the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick, and I got it on the shade 5.5. And I had made a review of this foundation. I will link it up on the card. This foundation comes with 0.5 ounces or 15 grams of product. So this comes a little bit more, so the Tom Ford has a little bit more product than that GUERLAIN one. And you can see the package, both of them are really pretty. Now this foundation right here, it is extremely expensive. And this one right here, I think it's in the mid-range type of, you know, the high-end typical price for a foundation. So I don't see it like it's way too high up on pricing, and I don't see that it's super economic either. Now, as far as the details of this foundation, it says that this is a weightless foundation, waterproof, with long-wearing, buildable coverage that can also be used as a cream contour on the go. It has also a luminous finish that helps to refine skin texture, enhances your complexion, and it will give you a sun-kissed glow. It also says that it has waxes and coated pigments to ensure comfort and buildable coverage. Now this foundation contains mica, and it also has fragrance, parfum, and it's high on the list, to be honest with you. Way too high for my preference. It does also have dimethicone, silica, talc. It does have ceramides, and it also has titanium dioxide. It doesn't tell anywhere on the box or the description that it has SPF, but has some titanium dioxide. So that's that as far as the ingredients, and this foundation is made in France. When I open it up, let me just sniff it. Oh. It has the same terracotta scent, but I honestly don't like it. It's just too perfumey. It's it's like a mature type of perfume that I don't like. But let's just start with the application, just to let you know, usually when I try any foundation, I don't like to use any type of primers. I just have my skincare, which is very simple. I wash my face, I just put some vitamin C, and then my moisturizer, and then that's it. So let's start with the application. I have a little bit of redness on my face, so hopefully it covers. Okay, the color that I got, I mean, it's good. Let's see when I spread it. I think it's a good color. I think it will match me well. And I think I want to use this time a brush. I'm going to be using a Sigma flat angle kabuki brush right here. And this is F88. And I'm just going to stipple it in. This foundation is super easy to spread. Very, very easy to spread. And it actually have a beautiful natural finish. It's not glowy, it's not dewy, it's more of between a satin and a radiant finish. Again, not glowy and very natural. It's also very lightweight already, and you have seen that I have applied a few stripes of the foundation on my face. So let me just put it right here. And it feels very emollient on the face. It seems like it's a little bit hydrating, or it may be those waxes that are mentioned in the foundation description that is making it feel, like I said, very emollient, hydrating, very comfortable on the skin. I'm just building it up just a tiny bit. I just want to see how well it goes when applying more product on the face, if it becomes cakey or not. And also, I do have a lot of freckles on this area, and I have a little bit of redness today. I have no idea why, but my redness is there. To be honest with you, it doesn't look cakey at all. Now the shade that I got, it's a little bit has a little bit of an orange tint. Again, I got it in the shade Natural, and it's very close to my skin tone, but it just have a itsy bit of, not super orange, but I think it's kind of mimicking when you get a tan, and that's why this terracotta line is more into, you know, all the bronzy, etc. So it's close to my skin tone, but it has just a itsy bitsy tan of this kind of like orangey undertone, but not too orange. As you can tell, it's not making me look orange. It's blending well, so I'm taking it down my neck too. Okay, so right off the bat, I can tell you I really like the foundation. It spreads really well. It's emollient. It does have a very natural between satin and radiant finish. I don't know why I haven't been able to build up more right here where I feel I have the redness. And yeah, when you try to build it, it doesn't drag the foundation that it's under. It actually builds up really well, and it doesn't look cakey at all. It actually feels very, very comfortable and lightweight. Now, I do not have a concealer from Guerlain, at least not from this new line. I didn't saw any type of concealers, so I'm going to be doing my concealer off camera and then come back to get going with the rest of products that I got from Guerlain. So I have applied my concealer off camera, and now I wanted to show you that shade color of this Guerlain foundation against my Tom Ford. And on the Tom Ford stick, I have it in the shade Bisque, which is 5.5. Okay, so then I'm just gonna compare these two shades. The Tom Ford one is a little bit thicker in consistency, and as you can see, it's more neutral. This is 5.5 Bisque, and this is the Guerlain in Natural. And as you can tell, it has more of a tan kind of orangey undertone to it. And definitely the Guerlain feels a little bit more hydrating or a little bit more emollient than the Tom Ford foundation stick. So I have found my concealer off camera, and I'm going to show you another item that I got from Guerlain, and this is the Terracotta Touch Loose Powder to Go, and it comes in this box right here. It tells you the shade Terracotta Clear Light, and when you open it up, this is the container that it comes. Very beautiful package. It seems like it's gonna be like a sifter. When you see through this bottle, this sounds like plastic. It's not glass. So again, I got it in the shade Clear Light. It has 20 grams of product, or 0.7 ounces of product. It's again made in France, and after you open it, it has 12 months of life. I don't know if the foundation says anything about its longevity as far as when it will expire. Yeah, it doesn't say anywhere here, at least. Anyhow, going to this Terracotta Touch powder, when you open the box, it has a little bit of instruction. Basically, you just have to lift up the cap and you will find a little sponge right here, but there is a seal under this sponge. So you just have to unscrew this cap, and as you can see, there is a protector, which you can just lift it up. Oh, well, there you go. So I got it everywhere, and oh my gosh, the smell is a killer. Okay, the smell is a traditional terracotta smell, but a little bit stronger. Okay, not a fan of it, but there you go. And then you're supposed to just tap it, and then as you can tell, the powder is going to start coming out. And this is kind of like a to-go container, which I think is really nice. And actually this sponge looks kind of like velvety, very soft. Okay, the scent is there, and I don't know, I just find it too perfumey. It also have the logo on the top of the cap, and this terracotta powder comes in 3 different shades. Again, I don't know, it's just not my preference when they do that, but it comes in light, medium, and deep, 1, 2, and 3. And the shade that I got is light, and it's just a loose powder. It seems like it has kind of like a very neutral undertone with a little bit of a peach kind of hint to it. So I'm just gonna apply it wherever I usually crease. I usually do not powder my foundation, but for the sake of this whole review of the new line of terracotta, I'm just gonna powder this area right here where I have my enlarged pores, which I want to mention that this foundation right here did not emphasize those pores, which I'm really happy about. So I'm just gonna tap a little more. Oh, there you go. Okay, so this powder, it will mattify a little bit your foundation, but in a very nice way. It's actually looking more like a velvet finish rather than a super mattify type of powder. Hopefully it makes sense right there. It's very velvety. This is a good container, like on the go. You know, if you don't want to take a brush and a compact, you can take these and just kind of tap it in, and it gives a really pretty finish, kind of blooper finish. You know what I want to do? I haven't set my concealer on my under eyes, so I'm just gonna grab whatever is inside this cup right here, and I have the powder all over right now. And let me show you. As you can tell, it has a kind of peach undertone. I think you can see right there, but just gonna take just a little. And you know, it doesn't darken my skin or the foundation. And that's another thing. The foundation, it didn't oxidize either, so it's so far it's really, really nice. It's just so messy. It's just a little bit messy, but I mean, after, you know, taking it out, all of that, my suggestion is just go ahead and take the cap of the powder somewhere else if you don't want to make a huge mess. So I just want to read you a little bit more about this Terracotta Loose Powder. It's a mattifying healthy sun-kissed glow powder in an ultra practical on-the-go format. Integrated applicator delivers ideal dose of product, ideal for touch-ups. Yeah, I see that going right there. I don't see details as far as the ingredients go, so let me see on the box. Okay, so the first ingredient right here is talc. Yeah, talc is the first ingredient. Then it also has silica, very high on top of this. It has a perfume also up. Those are the ingredients that kind of like caught my attention right there. And then it has another type of ingredient. So talc is the first ingredient, and where it says glow, honestly I don't see any glow effect on my skin. It is mattifying, but it's velvety, so it looks very soft, smoothing, really, really pretty. Okay, next item that I got is this Contour and Glow Face Palette, and it comes in this box right here. And it's a universal palette. It doesn't come in different shades or anything like that. When you take it out of the package, this is the package right here, and then it has this little kind of, I don't know, protector. Oh my gosh, I have powder all over me. And this is a tin, yeah, this is a tin kind of packaging, which it doesn't look very luxurious, to be honest. I wish it had a little different kind of package. Now it comes with a nice mirror right here, and on the mirror it has kind of like some instructions of how to apply the products. And then when you see the products right here, you have what I think is your contour, your bronzer, blush, and then the highlighter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do some swatches right here, and you know what, it feels like a powdered, almost to cream type of formulation. And let me just do right here. This is the actual contour, this is the bronze, this is the blush, and this is the highlighter. Really, really pretty. And actually I really love the blush. It's kind of like a coral color with pinkish, very luminous. The contour shade is not luminous, it's kind of like a matte color, but this right here, the bronzer, actually has a glow to it, which it totally makes sense. I want to just tell you that this product comes with 0.68 ounces in total with all the powders, and it is made in France too. About when you open it, you have about 12 months that you can use it. This product right here, I got it at dealers. It was $54 or $55, and it's pretty much sold out everywhere. I hope that they will restock it. I honestly didn't see anywhere where it says if it's limited edition or not, but let's just go into the application. So the first thing, I'm gonna go with these contour shade right here, and I'm just gonna use my Sculpt 2 by Sonia G just to have a very soft application of the powder, and I'm just gonna start sculpting my face, and I'm kind of going with the instructions on that it came on the mirror. So basically this is to sculpt, and I'm just gonna apply it on the perimeters of my face, kind of doing that 3 shape on your face kind of thing. It gave me a really beautiful contour, as you can tell. Now I'm gonna go ahead and use the bronzer that is in the middle of the pan, and I'm gonna be using my Face Pro by Sonia G. I'm just gonna tap it in right here. I really like how it has embossed the GUERLAIN logo right there. I think it's very pretty. And this is actually to warm up your full face, your complexion. So It's not anymore acting as a contour, it's a bronzer. Okay, and the powders are going really, really well on top of my foundation. It's actually looking really pretty. And you see how it bronzes up my face nicely. This has more of a cool undertone. This has more of a warmer undertone. And now what I'm excited to try is this blush right here. It looks so, so pretty. I just wish they could have done maybe the blush right here on the top and then the highlighter on the bottom in different pans instead of mixing them in, because right now they are both containing one pan. So I'm gonna be using just my Lancome this brush. It doesn't have a number. I had it for so long. I have like 2 of the same ones that I love to use for blush. Now this blush right here has a coral pink with gold undertone to it. It looks so pretty. Oh yeah. Ooh, look at that. And it's not powdery at all. As you can tell, my brush, you just have to be careful because otherwise it's gonna grab on the highlighter, which is something that I don't want to occur. It's a very, very pretty blush. Very subtle, to be honest with you. I think this palette will suit very well those who have light skin tone or fur to light, and my skin tone is light to medium. And just to let you know, for reference on the foundation, for those who are new to my channel, I have a pretty much normal skin tone. I do have some dry patches, usually right here and a little bit on my chin, and I have very reactive skin, so if something doesn't get along with my skin, I immediately turn like red, like bumps of redness. Okay, and I like to put a little bit of blush on my nose. Okay, I think that blush is just beautiful. I'm gonna be using the highlighter in a minute, but before I do so, I also was able to grab another product from the Terracotta line, and is this highlighting stick. It comes in this box right here, very pretty. And then when you take it out, it's kind of like the same component as the actual foundation. It has terracotta, guerlain. I wish they could have done something a little bit different because, as you can tell, the package is the same. There's no difference. So if they would have done something a little bit different, that would be great too. And the shade that I got is nude, and let's see, and again, same component, same cap, a stick highlighter. Okay, so I'm just gonna swatch it right here for you. Ooh, this is very pretty. It actually matches my shirt. It has kind of like that blush undertone to it. Very, very subtle, between champagne and blush, and the shade that I got, it is nude. So I'm just gonna do a little swatch right here. It's a really pretty color. It actually looks like my shirt, kind of like a blush type of color, very light blush. Look at that, it's just so beautiful. Okay, so it comes in 3 different shades, nude, gold, and bronze, and it costs $47. I was able to get it at Saks Fifth Avenue, and I just want to give you a comparison with my beloved YSL. This is another stick highlighter in light gold, and I actually made a review of this one right here, and I'm just gonna swatch it for you. Okay, this right here is more of a champagne tone, and then the terracotta has more of a coral pinkish tone that it will be a little bit more suitable for when you have an actual bronze tan on your skin. You see, this is the Guerlain and this is the YSL. Very, very pretty. The Guerlain, I think it gives even a little bit more punch, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna apply just a little. Oh my lord, this is so beautiful. Oh, this is a beautiful highlighter. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. And it doesn't emphasize texture. It doesn't have any shimmer to it. God, it's just so pretty. Ooh, so beautiful. Honestly, very impressed about it. I don't know why, but oh, you have to be careful with this thing. If you take it out, it doesn't go in again. Or maybe mine is a faulty, because I was screwing it up and I have to tap it in to get it inside, which I'm not very happy about. But you know, it could be a faulty product right there. So I'm just tapping it in a little bit with the sponge just to blend it a little bit more. But as you can tell, it gives a very kind of like a glassy skin look. Very, very pretty. I'm in love with it. Okay, now I'm gonna go with a highlighter on the contour palette right here, and I'm gonna be using my Wayne Goss number 10. I like this brush right here because it has a little bit of a taper finish, so it's a little easier to get on those pants that are just, you know, so narrow. Oh wow, do you see that? A big kaboom right there. Okay, these highlighters are not plain. The stick or the one from the palette, they are just not plain at all. Oh wow. Now this doesn't have that peach undertone in it. It's more of a golden champagne undertone. I really love it. Ooh, so pretty. And I love that it doesn't have any glitter or shimmer. It's just a very natural glow. Oof, I love it. So pretty. Way to go, Guerlain. Now all of these products right here has the typical Guerlain terracotta smell, which is a little too much, but right now honestly it's kind of dissipating, because at the beginning I felt like, oh my gosh, kind of like, you know, those perfumes for the old type of perfumes, like the ones from the 60s, you know, 70s, that they were a little bit more strong. That's the type of scent that it has. So if you don't like scents, I will highly suggest for you to go to the store, swatch them, smell it right there, and see if something that it will linger for you, that it will give you a headache, or if you're allergic to fragrance, these have a straight fragrance in it. Okay, now I'm gonna use the same palette for my eyes. That's what I usually like to do with these products. I don't know, I just like to use it and see how it will work on my eyes. So I'm gonna be using just the bronzer first, all over my lid. And I usually like to do it this way because, to be honest with you, sometimes if we're like on a vacation and we want to just take one palette, and if you can do everything for us, that's great, you know? That's awesome. Okay, and by the way, I'm using this Sonia G Worker 2 brush. And on my eyelids, I only have my concealer and then some setting powder, the same, the Guerlain Terracotta one. Okay, it's applying really smooth and well. It doesn't have a lot of pigmentation, this bronze shade, so I'm just gonna go and use the contour shade right here. And I'm just gonna deepen it out a little bit in my outer part of my lid. Same thing right here. I'm gonna go ahead and have some fun and use actually the blush on the palette, and I'm just gonna grab it with a Sigma Concealer F70 brush. And I'm just gonna try to apply it on my lid. Okay, it's not picking up a lot, to be honest with you. So, handy dandy finger. This is the least expensive tool that you will have. That's your fingers. And I know some people, they don't like to use them for applying their products, but I don't mind and I will use it. And you see, give me that coral color. So pretty. Okay, this is a perfect palette for on the go to give you that tan summer look. So natural, so pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of this highlighter with just a small little brush. And I'm just gonna apply it on my inner corners. I just apply a little bit of mascara off camera, and I'm going to be using a pencil brush and grab a little bit of that contour shade, and I'm just going to take it on my lower lash line. And then for my lips, I'm going to go ahead and use this Tom Ford lipstick in 10 Caracou. This was from the 2019 Soleil collection that I also review. And here is my final look with using these Guerlain products. After applying all these products on my face, I'm really enjoying the foundation. It looks very natural, very pretty. It started to settle just a tiny bit here on my nose crease, but I'm just gonna tap it a little. So just a tiny bit of creasing right there, but other than that, the foundation looks really healthy on my skin. So it's right now 7:44 in the morning. I will be doing some check-ins throughout the day and see how all these products are wearing on my face. Okay, my friends, so it's about noon right now. There you go, 12 noon. I applied this foundation. It was about 7:47 in the morning, and this is where we're at right here. So this is in natural light, and the foundation is looking still really beautiful, really radiant, not so dewy. I have been scratching myself right here. It seems like I'm having a little bit of an allergic reaction to the foundation, so that's why you see that it's coming up from this side, because see right here, it starts itching me, and that must be maybe because of the fragrance that the foundation has. I will see how it goes throughout the day, but I don't have any more itchiness anywhere else. But this right here, I kind of like have been rubbing it off because again, it just start itching a little. But other than that, as you can see, the foundation is wearing really pretty. It has settled just a dash on my fine lines. Let me just see well on the mirror. Yes, just a dash. So if you remember, I mentioned that it was settling right here on my nose area. So right here is also settling just a tiny bit. But other than that, it's such a beautiful finish. I'm just dying for it. Now the color hasn't oxidized, to be honest with you, but I think, I don't know, maybe the powder had some peach undertone to it, but as you can tell, it looks very kind of like orangey, you know, against my neck. And it could be the powder or the bronze that it added that peachiness to my skin. So you can tell the difference between my skin on my face and my neck. So that's that, but I think, again, I think it's the powder. It's not much of the foundation. So I'm just talking right now about the foundation. Blush is still there, as you can see, hasn't worn off after almost 4 hours of wear. And I will just give you maybe 2 other check-ins throughout the day and let you know how it's going. And I hope I'm not having an allergic reaction to the foundation. It must be just, it's just one spot right here that has been itching me, and right here. But other than that, I may reapply a little because it kind of looks weird. But then again, I mean, you can see from here that this is the color of the foundation and powder, and then this is my natural color of my skin, so you can see right there the tone. Alrighty then, I will check back with you. And it's such a beautiful day. You can see the mountains back there. It's just a beautiful day. Alright, my friends, keep on watching. Okay, so here I'm doing another quick check-in for you. It is 4:13 in the afternoon. It has passed a few hours. My last check-in, I think, was at noon. And the foundation is wearing pretty good. Some of my oils have peeked through, as you can tell right here. But the wear of the foundation, it's pretty nice. From the beginning, it was settling just a tiny bit on my fine lines. Not a whole lot, but it's actually wearing fairly good. Like I said, I haven't reapplied it right here. I was itching, and then I was laying my hand on it. So this side right here doesn't have any more of the foundation. This side, it does have. I'm sorry, this doesn't look that pretty right here, but I just didn't reapply it because, again, I was itchy right over here. Other than that, my forehead looks pretty good. It's still, now it looks more glowy, but again, that must be my, you know, natural oils from my face, because I have been washing dishes and cleaning and doing regular stuff. So, and then I ate to my lunch, so it has worn off right on this area. Holding up pretty well, and I like the finish of the foundation too. I will be checking in with you soon or later on this evening and let you know my final thoughts on all these GUERLAIN Terracotta products that I just bought. And just keep on watching. Okay, my friends, so I'm here for my final check-in. It is 10:52 in the evening, and I had been wearing this foundation since 7 in the morning, almost 8 o'clock, so more or less about 15-16 hours. And I will have to say the foundation looks really good. It has worn off on this side of my cheek. This side of my cheek wore off fairly early in the morning. It was like around midday. It started itching me right over here, so I kind of like rub it off a little. So basically I didn't have any foundation on this side. As you can tell, it's still not there anymore. But other than that, the foundation is wearing really good. It's a little bit off of my nose and obviously on the area of my mouth, but it's not, it does wear very gracefully. Like I usually say, when a foundation is not cracking all over and it looks still very pretty and like that it fade away unnoticeable, not leaving too many patches. As you can tell, I have some redness right here, but to begin with, if you saw my application, you were able to see that I had some redness already on my face. So I don't know if it is part of whatever condition I have been having of stress or whatnot, or if also the foundation has had anything to do with this kind of like reaction to my skin. It's not a lot, but I have some redness, which it will make me sad if it's the foundation, because I absolutely love this foundation. It has a beautiful kind of like a satin radiant finish, not super glowy. I was doing a lot of things today and I broke a little bit of a sweat, and even though my oils peeked through when I did a check-in, you were able to see it. It wasn't like you know, melting away or anything like that. The foundation looked so pretty. Now in terms of the undertone of the foundation, I see that it has a little bit of that orange shade that it will look really good when you have a tan, because right now on regular light, if I you know was looking to my face and my neck, there was a big difference in the shade color. So the shade range on this foundation, there are only like 6 different shades in here. I may try the light version, but I don't know if that will make any difference. I have again the one in natural. Now going over some other products that I reviewed today, this Terracotta loose setting powder. I have it in clear light. It is so beautiful. It actually gave me, it mattified my face, but very gracefully in a velvet type of form, very soft and blurring. It actually really literally blurred my pores, and that's something that I don't see very often. The only powder that blurs my pores really well, it is the one from Charlotte Tilbury, and then I have been trying the one from Jouer, the little compact, the new one. That is actually really nice, velvety and blurry. This has the same thing. The only thing it is the smell, and it lingers for a little, not for a very long time, but it lingers in there. I think at an hour and a half mark, I was able to don't smell anymore that, you know, strong scent from the whole Terracotta line. Now I'm extremely impressed with this beautiful highlighter. This is just beautiful. I mean, I think I showed you swatches, but it is just so stunning. These look gorgeous with the tan. The only thing, like, is, you see, I put it up and then it doesn't want to go down, so just have to press on it. So I don't know if it's a faulty product or not. I will contact the retailer where I got it from and see if they're maybe able to exchange it for a good one, because it doesn't go down, and that's something that you know, for being a new product, I would like to have it, but the highlighter look stunning. Now going into this Terracotta Contour Palette, it's beautiful. I really love it. I will say the bronze shade it has a lot of red undertone, and it made my face a little bit too red, so I'm not in love with it, but I like it. Now this shade right here, which is the actual contour, it actually has a cool undertone, not too cool though. It still have a little bit of that red pigmentation in it, but a few tones down than this one right here. This palette will give you the look when you're at, for example, when you're at the beach for maybe a day, a full-on day, or maybe you're in vacation for 2 days and you haven't yet get a tan, but you have this red flash on you with, you know, some sort of tan sun-kissed look, orangey. That's what this palette will give you. So that's why I said if you have a tan all over your body, this palette will look really, really pretty. The scent is strong, and that's the only downside about these products, that they put too much fragrance in it. Now this blush color between pink and coral, it's just beautiful, and it has also a little bit of gold in it. The highlighter is amazing. My downside on these two products right here is the way that they had put it in the, you know, like sharing the same pan instead of having their individual pans. I wish they had the individual pans, because that will make it a little bit easier, so we don't have to, you know, combine both products, because you have to have a specific brush or a little bit more of a narrow brush to use these two products right here. So that's the only downside right there on this palette. And like I said, on my skin tone right now, I'm a light to medium. I have yellow undertone, but I can get along with a neutral type of foundation. That's why I ended up getting this natural foundation. It doesn't say, you know, neutral, but I was thinking a little bit more, you know, in the middle of undertones. It's just a little bit red to me, so I will go a little bit more light-handed next time that I use it, because I think I went a little bit, you know, too much. And then these powder right here also have a peach undertone, so that peachiness, you know, it adds some glow, but that peach to it could have added that redness undertone in it. It's not that I look like a tomato. No, I didn't look like a tomato, but it was an obvious different tone between my face and my neck. I maybe have to, you know, also apply some makeup on my neck when I'm using these products right here. I'm just curious, I want to give it another try to this Terracotta foundation. I absolutely love it. The way that it has worn on my skin, it just looks so beautiful from application. Doesn't look cakey, it's very emollient. I just love it so much. I hope it's not an allergic reaction that I'm having to it. So I'm gonna give it a couple other tries, and maybe I can let you know in another kind of like maybe one of my favorite videos, and I can do like a fail and favorite video type of thing, and I can let you know how this foundation actually end up working for me or not. Hopefully it's not a reaction, an allergic reaction, because I really, really, really love it. So anyhow, that will have to be for another time, but I will say if you are into that radiant type of look that is not extremely glowy, but it looks still natural, oh my gosh, this foundation is just so beautiful. Okay, my friends, so I think this is a wrap for this Terracotta 2019 collection by Guerlain. I hope you have liked my review. I hope that is helpful for you into deciding whether you want to get any of these products or pass on them. Don't forget to leave your comments down below. If you have tried any of these products, what are your thoughts about it? Let's open that conversation right there. And if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It doesn't cost anything, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much if you have subscribed already. And until the next time, you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.